So now from in this video onwards, we are going to discuss some different questions. F of x equal to some polynomial given. He asked to find out f of 2 value and f of minus 3 value. Remember one thing, one f of x polynomial given. Okay, na? F of x polynomial given. What is f of x polynomial? 2x cube minus 13x square plus 17x plus 12. This is the given f of x polynomial. Then he asked to find what we can say, f of 2 value and f of minus 3 value. F of 2 value and f of minus 3 value. So this is f of x polynomial. Now you are going to get f of 2 value. Okay, na? You are going to get what we can say, f of 2 value in place of x, wherever x is there. Remember one thing, wherever x is there, in place of x, blindly what we should put 2. In the given polynomial, wherever x is there, in place of x, you must put 2. You are going to get the f of 2 value. Similarly, in the given polynomial, wherever x is there, in place of x, you must get f of 3 minus 3. You are going to get f of minus 3 value. Now in f of x polynomial, wherever x is there, putting 2, f of 2. I am writing sum of the terms directly. 2 cube, because or else will write 2 into, in place of x I am taking 2. So 2 cube minus, here you can write 13 into, you can take 2 square plus, you can take 17 into 2 plus next what we have 12. Therefore this is 2 cube value 8. 8 into 2 means 16 minus 2 square value 4. 13 4s 52 plus 17 2s 34 plus what you are getting, 12 you are getting. Just observe here, 16 plus 34, that is 50. Yes or no? Sorry. Yes, 50 plus 12, what you are getting, 62. 62 minus 52 means this value equal to how much here, 10. Therefore f of 2 value must be 10. F of 2 value must be 10 means first value must be 10. Therefore B and D are wrong answers, either this or this. Now we'll see. Similarly, we'll try to find out f of minus 3 value. F of minus 3 value. F of minus 3 value will be obtained by putting minus 3 in place of x. Therefore you are going to get 2 into minus 3 whole square minus 13 times of minus 3 whole square plus 17 times of minus 3 plus 12. Sometimes you need not to find exact value. You need not to find the value. You have to identify that answer. That's all. So is it positive or negative? Negative. Is it positive or negative? Negative. Is it positive or negative? Negative. See, this is negative number. This is also negative number. This is also negative number. For all these negative numbers, adding only plus 12, you are going to get negative number only. That's why second value must be negative number. So first one is 10, second value must be minus 210, not plus 210, because we are having 3 negative numbers and we have only one small positive number. Here final answer must be negative for second case, f of minus 3 case. Now just observe here, x equal to, if x equal to 4 by 3 is a root of the polynomial, f of x equal to 6x cube minus 11x square plus kx minus 20. Find the value of k. He asked to find out the k value. See, you just what you do is just pause the video, and read the question once or twice so that you can able to understand a proper way. Usually in pure mathematics, understanding the question is very important. I hope you understood. Just please pause the video. Not only this question, every question. I may read somewhat speedily. I may read too slowly. Okay, you just pause the video and read the question yourself so that you can able to answer yourself. You can able to understand what I am trying to explain. See, actually the degree of this polynomial is equal to 3. The degree of the polynomial equal to what we can say, 3. Now wherever x is there, in place of x, what I am doing, putting x equal to 4 by 3. Putting x equal to 4 by 3. Now if you are putting x equal to 4 by 3, that too he asked to find k value. He asked to find what value? K value. K value. Since it is a root, it must satisfied, means 0 you should get. Root means 0 of the polynomial. Since it is 0 of the polynomial, if you put x equal to 4 by 3, you should get value 0. Now just observe here, 6 into x cube. X cube means what does it mean? 4 by 3 whole cube. 4 by 3 whole cube. Minus 11 into x square. X square means you can take 4 by 3 whole square. Plus kx. K into x value. X value is 4 by 3. 4 by 3. Minus what you are getting? Minus 20 you are getting. Minus 20 you are getting. So first we will simplify this. We will try to simplify this. 6 into 4 cube value is actually 64. By we have what we can say? 3. 3 cube, no? 3 means what we can take here? What does it mean? 3 cube. 3 cube value how much? 27 minus 11 into 4 square means 16 by 3 square means 9. Here we have 4k by 3 minus what we have? 20. Minus 20. So with the start table we can cancel 3 2s are 3 9s are. Therefore 128 by 9. Okay, this one 170, 1 plus 6 7, no, 176 by 9 plus this value is 4k by 3 minus, this value must be what you should get? 0, because it is the root of the polynomial. Okay, then so here also to get the 9, simply we can write 180 by 9 also you can write. Shall I write 120? Shall I write 20 as 120 by 9? Sorry, 180 by 9? Yes, because 9 ones are 9 20s are. Okay, and even this also we do one thing. I am not writing 4 here. So here 9 I am writing. Therefore here we can write 12. So that you can able to get the answer somewhat easily. Add all the, since all the fractions are having same denominator, what you can do? You can take 128 minus 176 plus here 12k minus 180, that is equal to how much here? 0. You will get the answer. Now just observe here. So here 128 to 176. How much we need to add to get 176? I think 48. Yes or no? 48. Yes. What 48? Minus 48. This is what value? This value is minus 48. Minus 48 to minus 180 means 228. Therefore 12k is equal to, you are getting 228. 12 ones are 12, 12 nines are 108. Therefore what is the value of k? K value is equal to, we are getting 19. K value is equal to, we are getting 19. Somewhat complicated for non-mass aspirants. The only thing is, wherever x is there, in place of x put 4 by 3. And why I am putting equal to 0? Because it is the root, which means it is the 0 of the polynomial. Since it is 0, when I am substituting that value, you should get that value 0. That's all. Now next third question. Again x equal to 2 and x equal to 0 are the roots of the polynomial f of x equal to 2x cube minus 5x square plus ax plus b. Find the value of a plus b. We asked to find what value? A plus b value. First you try to understand, is it cubic polynomial or quadratic polynomial? Means it is obviously a cubic polynomial. Since it is cubic polynomial means how many roots you should get? 3 roots you should get. What is the one root here? X equal to 2. What is the other root here? X equal to 0. And since these are the 2 roots, we will try to find out f of 2 value. F of 2 means in this polynomial, wherever x is there, 2 you will substitute. So 2 into 2 cube. 2 into 2 cube means 8 minus 5 into 2 square. 2 square means 4 plus ax means simply we can take 2 times of a plus b. 2 times of a plus b. This value must be is equal to how much here? 0. 2 into 8 means 16. 5 into 4 means 20. 16 minus 20. 16 minus 20 means minus 4. I hope you understood what I am trying to convey. Okay, minus 4. Yes or no? Yes, minus 4. Or else we'll do one thing. Of course, this is not wrong. This is right only. But first what we do is, in this case, since x equal to 0 is there, no, first we will substitute this value so that you will get the answer easily. Now, So wherever x is there, putting 0. Since wherever x is there, putting 0, this value 0, this value 0, even this value also 0. Therefore blindly b is equal to what you are getting, 0 you are getting. For example, if you are putting x equal to 0, b value what you are getting, 0. Now b value we can substitute here, minus this is 4, minus 4 plus 2a, b value equal to anyhow 0. Okay na? Now here 2a is equal to, you can write 4. Therefore a is equal to, you can write 4 by 2 means a value how much, 2, a value 2, b value 0. But he asked to find what value, a plus b value. A plus b means 2 plus 0. Therefore 2 plus 0 value is how much, 2. 2 plus 0 value is 2. Observe here again, f of x given. He asked to find what value, f of 0 value. Very simple. See, this type of questions without putting pen on paper we can say. Actually this is given f of x polynomial. He asked to find what value, f of 0. F of 0 will be obtained by putting x equal to 0 in the given polynomial. Here 0, putting 0, this term 0, putting 0, this term 0, putting 0, this term 0. Finally that value what you are getting, 12 only we are getting. Have you understood what is the value of that? 12 is the value of that. Now if x equal to 2 is if x equal to 2 is a root of the polynomial f of x equal to 2x square minus 3x plus 7a, find the value of a. He asked to find out what value, a value. He asked to find the value of a. X equal to 2 is the root. Since it is root, you'll get the answer like this. What you are going to get, 2 into 2 square. 2 into what we have, 2 into 2 square minus 3 into 2 plus 7 times of a, that is equal to what you should get, 0 you should get. So 4 2s are 8. 8 minus 6 means what you are getting, 2. Therefore 7 times of a is equal to minus 2. A is equal to, you are getting minus 2 by 7. A is equal to what you are getting, minus 2 by 7. Therefore minus 2 by 7 is the answer for a. That's all. Very simple case. Now observe here, x equal to minus 1 by 2. X equal to minus 1 by 2 is 0. Okay na? Is the, what we can say, is the 0 of the polynomial. Is the 0 of the polynomial, p of x equal to something given. This is the p of x polynomial, 8x cube minus 8x cube minus ax square minus x plus 2. Find the value of a. He asked to find again what value, a value. Same like previous question only, no? Same like previous question only. You do one thing, just again pause the video, read the question yourself, and the given polynomial, wherever x is there, in place of x, put minus 1 by 2 and equal to 0. Remember why we are putting equal to 0? Because it is the 0 of the polynomial. Since it is 0 of the polynomial, if you substitute x value, that polynomial value 0 you should get. 0 you should get. Just observe here. Putting x equal to minus 1 by 2, 8 into x cube is there, no? X cube means what does it mean? Minus 1 by 2 whole cube minus a into minus 1 by 2, a into minus 1 by 2 whole square, minus half, minus you are going to get plus 1 by 2. Okay na? Plus what you are getting, 2. So this value equal to 0. This value is equal to simply what we can take, 0. Minus 1 by 2 whole cube means a 2 cube value 8, plus 8 minus 8 cancel, this value only minus 1, and minus 1 by 2 whole square means you are getting, this is a by 4 plus 1 by 2 plus 2. 1 by 2 plus 2 means you can take 2 into 2, 4. That's why 5 by 2 also you can take directly. Now just observe here, our intention is we have to find out a value. Negative a by 4, you can transpose that side, it will be positive a by 4. Now 2 into minus 1 means minus 2. Minus 2 plus 5 means 3. 3 by what you are getting, 2. 2 ones are 2 2s are. Therefore a value what you are getting, 6. He asked to find a value. Therefore he asked to find a value. A value equal to what you are getting, 6 is the answer for this. 6 is the answer for this question. Next question. Put x equal to 0 and x equal to minus 1 are the roots of the polynomial f of x 2x cube minus 3x square plus ax plus b. Find the value of a and b. He asked to find out separately a value and separately b value. X equal to 0, actually it is the cubic polynomial, yes or no? Actually it is a cubic polynomial. For this cubic polynomial, 3 roots are there. Of course, finding the roots are not important here. 3 roots are there. One root is x equal to 0, one root is x equal to minus 1. If you are substituting those values, you should get that value equal to 0. Now, first we will put x equal to 0. If you put x equal to 0, this one 0, this one 0, and this one 0. Therefore, simply what we can take here, all are 0. Therefore, b is equal to also what you are getting, 0. b is equal to also what you are getting, 0. Finished. Now put x equal to minus 1. Okay, na? Put x equal to minus 1. If you put x equal to minus 1, therefore you are getting minus 2. Minus 1 whole square means plus 1 only, minus 3. And this is minus a. And this is plus b. b value anyhow 0. b value anyhow 0. So here a is equal to what you are getting, minus 5. a is equal to minus 5, b is equal to 0. a is equal to minus 5, b is equal to 0. Therefore, b, your second number is the answer for this question. Again, almost same model but different questions. Now, division algorithm. Just remember one formula, division algorithm. So before going to understand this division algorithm, once we will take here. For example, I am dividing 7 by 2. If I am dividing 7 by 2, 2 3s are what you are getting, 6. And here what you are getting, 1. Shall I say this 1 is said to be remainder? Yes. 1 is said to be what we can say, remainder. And shall I say q is 3 is said to be quotient? Yes, quotient we can take. Shall I say this 7 is said to be dividend? This is said to be dividend. Whereas this is said to be what we can say, divisor. This is said to be what we can say, divisor. Now what is the division algorithm? According to division algorithm, we can write dividend is equal to divisor into quotient plus remainder. That's all. You ignore all these things. This is only division algorithm. Okay, dividend means 7. Dividend is equal to divisor into quotient plus remainder. 2 into 3, 6. 6 plus 1 value, how much? 7. That's all. Okay, now I hope you understood. Now we are going to focus on this one. Yes, nice concept. I said no in the beginning of the introduction video also I said. So relationship between the coefficients and zeros of the polynomial is the most important concept. Very nice concept, very important. Okay, you just try to understand. Relationship between the zeros and the efficient, not efficient, coefficient. Okay, so coefficient of a polynomial. Relationship between the zeros and coefficients of a polynomial. First one is that zero of a linear polynomial ax plus b is. You take one polynomial. What is the polynomial? Ax plus b. Shall I say ax plus b is said to be linear polynomial? Yes. Now we'll try to find out the zero of this polynomial. In order to find out the zero of this, we will try to find out the root of this polynomial. In order to find out the root of ax plus b is equal to 0, I am taking. From that ax is equal to, you can take minus b. From this x is equal to, you can take minus b by a. Minus b by a. Therefore, from the this above condition, shall I say root of this polynomial is nothing but minus constant by coefficient of x? Yes. What is b here? Constant. What is a here? Coefficient of x. A means what we can take? Coefficient of x we can take. Okay, now this slide is important. Second one is there, no? Yes, this slide and next slide, 2 slides are somewhat important. See, I am taking one quadratic polynomial. What is quadratic polynomial? You know already, ax square plus bx plus c is said to be what polynomial? Quadratic polynomial. Since it is quadratic polynomial, every quadratic polynomial is having how many roots? 2 roots. For suppose here I am taking alpha comma beta. Okay, na? Here I am taking simply alpha comma beta are the roots of the polynomial. Alpha comma beta are what we can say, roots of the polynomial. Now sum of the roots you can take like this. Sum of the roots, so alpha plus beta is equal to minus b by a you can take, and the product of the roots, so alpha into beta is equal to c by a you can take. Okay, sum of the roots are minus b by a. Minus b by a means minus x coefficient, minus x coefficient by x square coefficient. product of the zeros or product of the alpha into beta, that is constant by x square coefficient, constant by what we can say x square coefficient. These are the roots, so these are the coefficients, so therefore this is said to be the relation between what we can say roots and coefficients of the polynomial. So where we use all these, you will come to know while discussing problems. You will come to know where we are going to use all these things. Now, so cubic polynomial. What is cubic polynomial? Ax cube plus bx square plus cx plus d. Ax square plus bx cube plus bx square plus cx plus d is a cubic polynomial. Since it is cubic polynomial is having how many roots? 3 roots. For suppose alpha comma beta comma gamma are the 3 roots or 3 zeros of a given cubic polynomial. Now simply what we do is just observe here. Again we write this equation once again. Just try to understand. Very nice concept. Ax cube plus bx square plus cx plus d. It is cubic polynomial. Now you can take sum of the roots alpha plus beta plus gamma. Sum of the roots. Listen. Here minus you should take. Here plus you should take. Here again minus you should take. Alternate minus plus minus. Here minus means you can take minus b by a. You understood, no? Minus b by a you should take. And this one, sum of the product of the roots taking 2 at a time. Sum of the product of the roots are taking 2 at a time. Alpha into beta, beta into gamma, gamma into alpha. That is equal to, you can take c by a, positive only, c by a. And product of the roots you can take again minus here, you can take minus d by a. This rule is applicable for not only cubic polynomial. You take any polynomial, first negative, then positive, then negative, then positive, like that. Okay, now this is the relation between what we can say roots and coefficients of a given polynomial. With the help of this, now we can able to start some other questions. Before going to start the questions, one more point here. Once observe here. For example, if alpha comma beta are the roots or zeros of the polynomial, then we can write that polynomial as like this: x minus alpha into x minus beta we can write. For suppose 2 comma 3 are the roots or zeros of the polynomial. He asked to find out the polynomial whose roots are 2 comma 3. Then simply what we can take here, x minus 2 into x minus 3 we can take, or if you multiply this x into x square, x into minus 3 minus 3x, so minus 2 into x minus 2x, so minus 5x plus 6. Therefore this is said to be the quadratic polynomial whose roots are, whose zeros are 2 comma simply how much, 3. Now similarly, for example, now we have alpha comma beta comma gamma. If alpha comma beta comma gamma are the roots of the given polynomial, then we can find out the polynomial like this: x minus alpha into x minus beta into, you can take x minus gamma. For example, 2 comma 3 comma 4 are the roots of the polynomial. Then we can find out the polynomial like this: x minus 2 into x minus 3 into x minus 4, x minus 2 into x minus 3 into x minus 4. Okay, now this one, yes, I said no, one theorem means again you need not panic. Okay, usually in geometry theorems will come no while we are studying in a school level. It's not a theorem, just one small definition. Okay, reminder theorem. We are going to focus on what we can say reminder theorem. I am going to say 2 different statements. Okay, I am going to say 2 different statements. Just keep in mind, you need not learn as it is. What is reminder theorem? One is reminder theorem. For example, if f of x polynomial is exactly divisible by, if f of x polynomial is divided by x minus a, then its remainder is f of a. Finished. That is only remainder theorem. Okay, now I repeat once again. What is remainder theorem? If f of x polynomial is divided by x minus a, if f of x polynomial is divided by x minus a, What is the remainder? F of a. How you are getting f of a? So wherever x minus a is there, this x minus a is there. No, x minus a means I am taking 0. X minus a is equal to 0 means x is equal to indirectly how much? X is equal to a. So in this polynomial, wherever x we have, simply what we can take? Simply wherever x is there, in place of x, simply what we can take? A we can take. Simply what we can take? A we can take. I hope you understood. Okay na? This is what actually the given remainder theorem. I repeat once again, what is remainder theorem? If f of x polynomial is divided by x minus a, then what is the remainder? F of a. That's all. Now reverse, factor theorem. What is factor theorem? For example, if f of x polynomial is exactly divided by, for example, if you are getting remainder f of a is equal to 0. Okay na? For example, you are getting remainder equal to how much here? 0. If f of a is equal to 0 in f of x polynomial, if f of a is equal to 0, then x minus a is the said to be, or x minus a is said to be factor of the polynomial. Finished. Okay na? Factor theorem. And the next one is what? Remainder theorem. What is factor theorem? In f of x polynomial, if f of a is equal to 0, then x minus a is the factor of the polynomial. What is remainder theorem? If f of x is divided by x minus a, then remainder is equal to f of a. That's all. This is only thing. And we have two important hints. Just listen here. In order to find out the answer somewhat easily, these two statements are useful. These two different statements are going to useful. What is the first statement here? For polynomial, actually it's polynomial. For the polynomial, if sum of the coefficients is 0, then x minus 1 is factor. I hope you understood. In a polynomial, what I am taking? In a polynomial, if sum of coefficients is how much here? 0. If sum of coefficients is 0, then x minus 1 is a factor. So what does it mean? Now we'll try to understand. Sum of the coefficients is 0. You take one example. Let's say I am taking 2x square minus 5x plus 3. Is it a polynomial? Yes, it is a polynomial. What is x square coefficient here? 2. What is the x coefficient here? Minus 5. What is constant here? Plus 3. You try to find out sum of all the coefficients. Sum of all the coefficients means 2 minus 5 plus 3. 2 minus 5 plus 3. 2 minus 5 plus 3 means completely what you are getting? 0 you are getting. Therefore, since you are getting all the coefficients equal to 0, x minus 1 is what we can say? Factor. X minus 1 is the factor. Now second one. Now we are going to focus on second one. What is second one? If sum of the coefficients of the even power of x, okay na? I repeat once again. Okay na? Two different cases. If it's not SOM actually, it's SUM. It's SUM. The sum of the coefficients of the even power of x is equal to sum of the coefficients of the odd power of x, then x plus 1 is a factor. Understood no? Sum of the, while discussing, we are going to discuss some problems, don't worry. Sum of the coefficients of the even power and sum of the coefficients of the odd power of x are same. Then simply what we can say, if they are same, simply what we can say, x plus 1 is a factor. I'll say one small example for better understanding. See here I am taking like this. X power 3 minus 5 times of x square plus 3x plus 1. Now we'll try to understand even power of x and odd power of x. Even power of x and odd power of x. See, this is odd power, this is also odd power. This is even power and this is also what we can say even power. Now you add all odd powers. Odd power means simply what we can take here? 1 plus 3. 1 plus 3 value what I am getting? 4 plus 4. And this one you make it this as plus, so you make it this as minus. You make it this as minus. And what about these two? These two equal to 5 minus 1. 5 minus 1. 5 minus 1 means how much? 4. Sum of the coefficients of the even power and sum of the coefficients of the odd power same. That's why in this case x plus 1 is one factor. For this polynomial, what is a factor? X plus 1 is one factor. X plus 1 is one factor means x equal to minus 1 is the root. There also x minus 1 is factor means x equal to 1 is the root. You understood? No, I'll give you somewhat more clarity. I will give you somewhat more clarity. See, odd power, this is also odd power. Odd power coefficients sum is how much? 1 plus 3, 4. Now even power. We'll focus on even power. Even power. Even power means this is even power, even this is also even power. Even power sum is what? Plus 5 minus 1. So 4. So even power and odd power. That is what you are getting. 0 you are getting. Therefore, 0 you are getting. Since you are getting 0, here simply what we can say, x plus 1 is one factor. That's all. We'll discuss some questions, don't worry. Now, so again, this is the introduction part. So far we discussed the 4-5 slides now. That is again the introduction part. In those things we discussed about division algorithm, remainder theorem, factor theorem, and relationship between the coefficients and zeros of the polynomial for linear polynomial, quadratic polynomial, and cubic polynomial. Now again we are going to discuss some other different questions. Okay. So now we are going to discuss the next question in polynomials. The value of k for which is actually for which this is for which the polynomial 2x cube minus x square plus 3x minus k is divisible by x minus 1. Simply he given one polynomial. What is the given f of x polynomial? If you have an idea, the given f of x polynomial is, you can take 2x cube minus x square plus 3x minus k, and according to remainder theorem. This is one of the examples for what we can say remainder theorem. Now the value of k for which the polynomial 2x cube minus x square plus 3x minus k is divisible by x minus 1. So it is divisible by what? X minus 1. So it is divisible by x minus 1 means x minus 1 is equal to 0. Therefore x is equal to, we should put 1. So means wherever x is there, we should find we should put 1. We are finding f of 1 value. So 2 into 1 cube means 1, 1 square means 1, 3 into 1 means 1, again minus k. Now this is equal to, since it is divisible, you must know the meaning of this word divisible. Divided by means you are going to get some remainder, whereas divisible means exactly divides, which means remainder equal to 0. F of 1 is equal to 0. So here 5 minus 1 means 4. Therefore k is equal to what you are getting? 4. He asked to find k value, therefore k value is equal to, we are getting 4. That's all. Next question. Just observe your next question. What is the next question? The product of zeros of x cube plus 4x square plus x minus 6 is he asked to find out the product of the zeros. What is meant by product of zeros? Let's see. See, this is a, you know already, it is a cubic polynomial. Yes or no? It is cubic polynomial. Since it is cubic polynomial, every cubic polynomial is having usually 3 roots. We will consider 3 roots as alpha into beta, in alpha comma beta comma gamma. He asked to find out the product of the roots. Product of the roots means in the introduction video itself I said this is so here for this negative you should take, for this positive you should take, again for this negative you should take, if you have an idea. Alpha into beta into gamma means simply you take minus b by a. You are going to compare that with ax cube plus bx square plus cx plus d, like that. Minus b, sorry, it's not minus b by a. Minus b by a is what? Sum of the roots. But he asked to find out product. Product means again minus of minus. Minus of minus plus you are going to get so 6 by 1. 6 by 1 means how much here? 6 only. Therefore 6 is the answer. Do you remember? Sum of the roots means minus b by a. Sum of the product of the roots taking 2 at a time means c by a. And product of the roots means you can take simply d by a. I hope you understood. Now again we are going to focus on next question. What is next question? Once observe here. If the sum of the zeros of a polynomial, sum of the zeros of a polynomial f of x equal to 2x square minus 3x square plus 4x minus 5 is 6. Sum of the zeros of the polynomial is how much here? 6. Then the value of k is, he asked to find what value? K value. he asked to find out what value, k value. Once observe here, we'll focus on this question number 10 because x square term repeated 2 times now, we'll have a clear idea. Question number 10, x square term is repeated 2 times. So it's not x, the thing is actually this is 2x cube. Okay, no? That is the reason I am checking the original file. I hope you understood. Now you just observe here the sum of the zeros of a polynomial. Sum of the zeros of a polynomial f of x equal to 2x cube minus 3k x square plus 4k minus 5 is 6. Is it a cubic polynomial or quadratic polynomial? Cubic polynomial. Since it is cubic polynomial, every cubic polynomial is having 3 roots. For suppose alpha comma beta comma gamma are the 3 roots, and the sum of the zeros. Sum of the zeros means what does it mean? Alpha plus beta plus gamma. Okay, now sum. We can take sum. We can take what we can say sum. Sum of the roots we can take. Simply we are taking what we can say sum of the roots. Sum of the roots. So alpha plus beta plus gamma. Alpha plus beta plus gamma. Sum of the roots means you can take minus b by a. We are going to compare this with ax cube plus bx square plus cx plus d. Okay, minus b by a. This equals to minus. Okay, minus. What about b value? B value is you can take minus 3k. B value you can take minus 3k by a. A means you can take simply 2. This is what you are going to get, but sum according to given question you only given. According to given question, what is the sum here? 6 is the answer. Minus of minus means plus, which means 3k is equal to 12 you are getting. Therefore k is equal to you are getting 4. He asked to find out k value, therefore k is equal to 4 you are getting. Now one more question. If the zeros of the polynomial x cube minus 3x square plus x plus 1 are a minus b, a and a plus b, then he asked to find a value. Very simple. Is it quadratic polynomial or cubic polynomial? Cubic polynomial. Usually nothing he said means since it is cubic polynomial, we can take alpha comma beta comma gamma are the roots. Alpha comma beta comma gamma are the roots. How many roots we have here? 3 roots. One is a minus b, next one is a, and the next one is a plus b. A minus b, a and a plus b. We'll try to find out sum of the roots. Sum of the roots means what does it mean? One root is a minus b, next root is a, and the next root is a plus b. Next root is simply what we can take here, a plus b. Sum of the roots equal to formula you know already, minus b by a. Minus b by a means this one, no? Minus of minus means plus. Minus of minus 3. Minus of minus 3 means plus 3 by a means x cube coefficient is only 1. We are going to compare this with ax cube plus bx square plus cx plus d. I hope you understood. Plus b minus b cancel. A plus a means 3 times of a. 3 times of a is equal to 3. Therefore, a is equal to what you are getting? A is equal to you are getting 1. We asked to find what value? A value equal to 1. Now observe here. If the zeros of a polynomial, if the zeros of the polynomial x cube minus 3x square plus x plus 1 are a by r, a and ar, then he asked to find a. See, something different question. Here actually a minus b, a plus b given. In order to find out the a value, I have taken sum of the roots concept. Whereas here a by r, a and ar, in order to find out the a value, we will take usually product of the roots concepts. Again, it's not a, it's a cubic polynomial. Yes, I thought not. So it's a cubic polynomial. We'll try to find out product of the roots. Product of the roots means what is one root here? One root is you can take a by r. Next one is a, and the next one is you can take ar. A by r, a and ar. Product of the roots means you can take this one, no, minus minus d by a. Minus d by a means minus 1 by 1 means minus 1. So a r cancel. A into a means a cube. A cube value how much? Minus 1. A cube value minus 1 means you can take a value also minus 1. Therefore, what is the a value? Minus 1. Observe this one, the cubic polynomial whose zeros are 1 comma minus 1 comma minus 3. In the previous class, I said no. For example, if alpha comma beta comma gamma are the roots of the polynomial, then what is the polynomial? You can take polynomial as x minus alpha into x minus beta into usually x minus gamma. Same way, 1 comma minus 3 are the roots of. Means what we can take here, x minus 1 into x plus 1 into x plus 3 will take. Answer will be obtained by multiplying all these. So usually multiplying all these is somewhat complicated thing. That's why what we do is we are going to focus on some other different approach. That is what here, since 1 comma minus 1 comma 3 are the roots, if you substitute roots means what? X values only. Yes or no? Roots means what does it mean? X values only. If you substitute x value in first option, you should get value 0. Or not getting, it is not an answer. Second option, third option, fourth option, like that will verify. Okay. First putting one value. Okay, I am taking one root here, 1. This one I am substituting in different options. Now first option, 1 cube. 1 cube means we will take 1. Here we can take 3. Here we can take 1. Here we can take minus 3. Plus 3 minus 3 cancel, 1 plus 1. 1 plus 1 means simply what you are getting? 2 we are getting. I hope you understood what you are getting, 2. Then next one is we can take minus 1. We can take next one is what? Minus 1. Acha, see, you need not to check in this case. Why you need not to check in first option? Are we getting remainder 0? No. That's why, so this is not the required polynomial. You take that one. Second, again plus 1 only I am taking. Again 1 only I am taking, but substituting in next option. 1 cube plus 3 times of 1 square minus 1, again minus 3. So minus 3 plus 3 cancel, minus 1 plus 1 cancel, what you are getting? 0. Since we have so many, since other we have 2 possibilities, not only with respect to 1, blindly we cannot commit, because 1 may be satisfied by remaining 2 also. All 3, usually all 3 must be satisfied. That's why we will take one more small condition. We will take minus 1 also. I am taking minus 1 and substituting in second option. Minus 1 cube means minus 1 plus 3 times of minus 1 whole square means 3. And minus of minus means this is plus 1, and again this is minus 1. Again plus 3 minus 3 plus 1 minus 1 cancel, that is equal to what you are getting? 0 you are getting. Okay na? Since both conditions are satisfied, you can take somewhat risk and you can take B is the answer. Or if you want to minus 3 also, you can substitute there. Minus 3 also you can substitute there. The remainder of x cube minus 3x square plus 4x minus 5 is divisible by x plus 1 is. So he asked to, according to remainder theorem, he asked to find out the remainder when this cubic polynomial is divided by x plus 1. I hope you understood. He asked to find out the remainder when the cubic polynomial is divided by x plus 1. So x plus 1 means usually we'll take x plus 1 is equal to 0. X plus 1 is equal to 0 means x is equal to what you are getting? X equal to, simply we are getting minus 1. Now put x equal to minus 1 in the above equation. For example, if you put x equal to minus 1 in the above equation, you are going to get the remainder. Minus 1 whole cube means minus 1. Minus 3 times of minus 1 square means you can take minus 3. And this is, you can take minus 4. Next you can take minus 5. See, are we getting this? What you are getting this value? Minus 4, minus 8, minus 13. Therefore, minus 13 is the remainder. If f of x polynomial is divided by x plus 1, what is the remainder? F of minus 1. F of minus 1 means in the given f of x polynomial, wherever x is there, minus 1 will take. Now, this one. So, question number 15. We are going to focus on 15th question. X power n plus y power n is divisible by x plus y when n is, whether n is positive integer or even number or odd number or real number. Usually this type of questions we can verify with options. We are going to verify with respect to options. X power y plus y power y, x power n, sorry, x power n plus y power n. So divisible by what we can say? X plus y, divisible by x plus y. X power n plus y power n is divisible by x plus y when n is what? Even number, odd number, or both, or anyone, will see. Now what we do is we are going to put n is equal to even numbers. We'll check. N is equal to even numbers I am taking. For example, 3 power 2 I am taking and 2 power 2 I am taking. Okay, na? X comma y values randomly I am taking, but focus on n values only. N values even numbers I am taking. So this has to be divisible by 3 plus 2. We will check it out whether it is divisible or not. 3 square value 9, 2 square value 4, 9 plus 4 13. 13, is it divisible by 5 exactly? No. That's why n value may not be even number. N value may be odd number. Now you take in the same case 3 power 3 I am taking plus 2 power 3 I am taking. X place value, in place of x I have taken 3. In place of y I have taken 2. X plus y means you can take 3 plus 2. 3 cube value 27, 2 cube value 8. 27 plus 8 means how much? 35. 35 is divisible by what? 5. Since it is exactly divisible, n value must be only what number? Odd number. Okay, na? Now you remember this statement as a formula. X power n plus y power n is always divisible by x plus y if n is a odd number. You can remember like that. Okay, na? Even now you can pause the video, you can check this condition. X power n minus y power n is divisible by x minus y when n is. Again same question, no? What is the question? X power n minus y power n, that is equal to it is divisible by what number here? It is divisible by what number here? X minus 1. Again randomly we are going to check. What we can say with even number and odd numbers. You put even number here. If you put even number here 3 power 2, or else we'll take something bigger number. Okay, here we can take 5 power 2 minus 3 power 2. Difference means 5 minus 3. Difference is 5 minus 3. 5 square value 25. 3 square value 9. 25 minus 9 means 16. 5 minus 3 means 2. Is it 16 is divisible by 2? Yes, it is divisible. That's why it is satisfying for what values of n? It is satisfied for even values of n. We'll take some odd values also. Let's see what is going to be happen. 5 power 3 minus 3 power 3. So this also has to be satisfied with 5 minus 3. 125. 5 cube value what? 5 cube value 125 minus 27. 20 how much? 27. Therefore you are getting 93. 93 only, 98. 98 we are getting, not 93. 98 we are getting. Is it 98 is divisible by 2? Yes, 98 is also divisible by 2. Means this particular condition is applicable for not only even numbers, also for odd numbers. Not only for even numbers and also for what we can say odd numbers. I hope you understood. Now similarly one more condition. What is one more condition? X power n minus y power n. This is divisible by simply what we can say x plus y. Again randomly we'll check even and odd numbers as it is. Even number means 4 power 2 you can take, 2 power 2 you can take, 4 plus 2, sorry, 4 plus 2, 16 minus what? 4. 16 minus 4 means 12. 12 is it divisible? 12 is it divisible by 6? Yes. For even number it is satisfied. Now you can check whether it is satisfied for odd number or not. 4 power 3 minus 2 power 3, it is divisible by as usual 4 plus 2. 4 cube means 64. 4 power 2 power 3 means 8. So this is how much here? 6. This value equal to 6. What you can say? I think this is 56 or what? Yes, 56. 56. 56 is it divisible by 6? 56 is not divisible by 6. Therefore this condition is satisfied for only what number? Even number. So you remember these are standard results, formulas. Okay. Now next question. Question number 18. Once observe here. If two zeros of a polynomial x cube plus x square minus 9x minus 9r minus 3 and 3, then third zero is. It is a cubic polynomial. Yes or no? It is a cubic polynomial. Since it is a cubic polynomial, every cubic polynomial is having 3 roots. That is, you know already, alpha comma beta comma gamma. Among the 3 roots, he already gave 2 roots, minus 3 comma plus 3. Then he asked to find out third zero. Let's see what to do. First what we do is, first root is minus 3. There is no issue. second root is plus 3. Okay na? Third one is you can take some gamma, alpha, beta, gamma, like that. Sum of the roots, what we are taking? Sum of the roots we are taking. Sum of the roots. Sum of the roots equal to formula is what? Sum of the roots means you take minus b by a. Minus b by a means minus 1 by 1. Plus 3 minus 3 cancelled, therefore gamma is equal to what you are getting? Minus 1. Other root is equal to we are getting minus 1. How you are getting that formula? Then relationship between coefficients and roots of a cubic polynomial is there, no? Sum of the roots alpha plus beta plus gamma is equal to minus b by a. Minus b value how much? Minus 1. How can you say? You have to compare the given expression or given polynomial with ax cube plus bx square plus cx plus d, like that. Now next question, x cube x square plus x minus 5 is equal to x plus 3 into x minus 2. X plus 3 into x minus 2 plus k. He asked to find out k value. Okay na? Once again just observe here. Left side what we have? X square plus x minus 5. Right side what we have? Right side we have x plus 3 into x minus 2. Not only this, plus some constant k also we have. You just multiply both x into x, we are getting x square. X into minus 2. Minus 2x and plus 3x means plus x. Minus 6 plus what you are getting? K. And left side what we have? X square plus x minus 5. See, x square x cancel. In play here we have minus 5, here we have minus 6 plus k. So means minus 6 plus k value must be minus 5. Therefore from this k value must be equal to how much here? 1. K value must be is equal to what we can take? 1. Now one more question, which is last question in this polynomials. Okay, again same like this only, if possible. Actually this is value. We asked to find out that value. Don't confuse about dots. X minus 2 whole square. Okay, x minus 2 whole square into what we have? X plus 3. That is equal to what is there? That is equal to x cube minus x square minus k times of x plus we have 12. Minus k times of x plus 12. This is a minus b whole square, no? A minus b whole square means what we can take? A square plus b square minus 2ab into what we have? X plus 3. Right side part will be as usual. X square into x means you are going to get x cube. X square into 3 means you are going to get 3x square. 4 into x, 4x, 4 into 3, 12. Minus 4 into x, minus 4x square, minus 4x into 3 means minus 12. So this equation as it is. If you compare this, what you are getting? X cube and 3x square minus 4x square means minus x square. 4x minus 12x means minus 8x plus this value 12 equal to this as it is. So in place of k what we have? Here if you compare both equations, minus kx is there. Minus minus anyhow cancelled, therefore k is equal to how much here? 8. K is equal to what we have? 8. Compare both the left side equation and right side equation, and you in order to get the k value you should focus on x coefficient. There x coefficient is minus k, here x coefficient is minus 8. Minus k is equal to minus 8 means k is equal to 8. I hope you understood. So these are the different beautiful concepts related to polynomials. Before going to conclude this video, I already said 1 or 2 times, but once again I am telling, in these polynomials mainly you should focus on only 2 areas. One is a remainder theorem, okay na, and the second one is a relationship between the coefficients and roots of the given polynomial for linear equation, quadratic equation and cubic equation. Mainly quadratic and cubic equations. Okay na? So I hope you understood. This is related to complete polynomial chapter. Thank you. See you in the next chapter.